to be asked in. It's not about being cleared. It's not about being not named a suspect. It's none of that. Seth getting cleared has nothing to do with whether the Cold Case Foundation would or wouldn't help with this case. Matter of fact, and I say that having asked the director of the Cold Case Foundation, the criminal liaison, I know a guy. What has to happen is that they have to be asked to do it. And it's, like I said, they're not going to be sitting in a war room with anybody that is a suspect, but they haven't been asked, and we don't know if they will be asked. Hopefully. Yeah, if I just flat out asked him if that, because I've heard that a lot. I'd heard a lot that saying, well, Seth has to be cleared so the Cold Case Foundation can come in and doing, that they can't come in until somebody's been cleared or whatever. Josh, that's causing so much confusion. Tony Mathis, spokesperson for Seth, kept saying Seth has to be cleared for more resources to help. So there's a push for Seth to be cleared. Well, I don't know what resources he's talking about, but that's not the case. Well, he could be talking about other resources I don't know about. I don't know. Those resources. That's not what I'm thinking. Or that's not what they're talking about. That's not how it works. And I wish, look, we don't know what Sumner County knows. We don't know if they know anything. We don't know if the FBI knows anything. I mean, they have basically said there are no clues and that we have no idea. There's no foul play, no evidence. Parents are involved. Why won't the Cold Case Foundation help out? They have to be asked. They have to be asked. And nobody said there was no foul play. They said there's no evidence of foul play. Just like, what did they say? There's no evidence of foul play, but there's no evidence that there's not, or something along those lines. So, I mean, it's all very double talkish, and I understand why they do what they do, because a lot of this stuff does kind of get lost in the wash. It doesn't have to be a cold case. It doesn't have to be a cold case. People bring in experts all the time for all kinds of situations, and the Cold Case Foundation isn't the only one that people reach out to. I'm not a spokesman for them, but I am fairly up to date on how they work, and they just they will lend their resources whenever. I mean, that's just the name. They do. They specialize in cold cases.
So there you have it, Josh from the lab. I don't always agree with, things he says or has done. However, one thing I am going to trust him on is his relationship with Chris McDonough from the Cold Case Foundation. And Josh is only saying what many of us have been saying since this push to clear Seth came about. But it definitely, I think, holds more water when you hear it from the lab rather than myself or anybody else. And I do kind of feel that maybe Seth was led astray. You can see I put Bullhorn Betty's comments in this video, and she was in the chat commenting. I don't know if she ever spoke with anybody from the Cold Case Foundation or if it was just information that was passed to her and she ran with it. But I would just be very careful of this sudden, huge push to clear anybody 6 months into a missing child investigation. I don't think that should be the priority. I also don't understand what more resources they could possibly be wanting. They have Sumner County Sheriff's Office. They have Tennessee Bureau of Investigation. Secret Service has been on it. And the FBI has been on it from the beginning. So it just, to me, it feels like an agenda that's being pushed. And I don't understand it, but I don't like it. I just want to warn you guys to be very careful in trying to push that. But mainly I wanted you to hear Josh explain exactly how the Cold Case Foundation works. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you guys have a great day. And please share Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers flyer everywhere you can. And let's bring this boy home. See you guys later.